pitched into the 7th inning for the first time in his postseason career.
He was fantastic, and he came out of the chute throwing a lot of fastballs. I would expect that might be changed just a little bit depending. If I'm the Dodgers, I'm going to be more aggressive on the fastballs. But here's the one thing. Gausman can throw his fastball away and down, and if you do that and you got an aggressive team, a lot of quick early outs.
How about against Ohtani? He attacked him with fastballs in the strike zone more than any pitcher has all year.
7 of those 9 pitches were fastballs, and I think for the game of guessing is, do you think he's going to swing first pitch? Then you throw a splitter. And if not, make it a fastball away and make Ohtani and Betts and the guys who may be struggling on pitches away to beat you away.
Dodgers came into this World Series having won 24 of their last 30 games, but now down 3-2. Can they force Game 7 in their quest to repeat? Blue Jays lose that gut punch of an 18-inning game, get off of the deck to win 2 in a row at Dodger Stadium. 1 win from their first World Series in 32 years.
There's no greater feeling than to pitch your team into a World Series championship at home. But the one thing you've got to guard against is the adrenaline in the crowd and trying to pitch perfect. You don't have to pitch perfect, but you better be nearly perfect because Yamamoto's on the other side.
Yeah, it's Shohei Ohtani to lead off for the Dodgers. Off we go in Game 6. He thought he was going to swing. He did, and he threw a splitter for strike 1.
Yeah, every pitcher thinks about what if, what could have happened, game plan the game, and you don't want to go off your script. When you go off your script, that means the other team's doing something to make you change.
Gausman's 0-1. Ohtani swings and misses. Back-to-back splitters.
Two perfect pitches to start. And that pitch is nearly unhittable. I think only 1 hit he's given up in the World Series on this split thing.
Only 2 all postseason. Opponents are 2 for 36 against it, and he gets misses on more than half of the swings. Career-making pitch for the 34-year-old who deals and throws a 3rd in a row. This time Ohtani lays off. Been the pitch of the postseason, not just his, but across the postseason. Everybody loving it. Here's his 1-2. 4 consecutive splitters to start this game. And when you talk about, do you go with what you got? Do you change things up? He really only throws 2 pitches.
Yeah, he will throw a few more sliders, I think, tonight if he gets into rhythm. Fastball away here after 4 splitters if he wants.
Know what you're going to get. Here it comes. Can you hit it? This is the splitter that, it's given everybody a hard time. The Dodgers in this World Series 1 for 22 against splitters.
And when he doesn't pull it, stays square over the middle, it drops straight down and they get a swing and miss.
Here's a 2-2, and he strikes out Ohtani to start Game 6.
So this is what I'm talking about when you stay on top of it and you don't pull it. It starts in the middle of the plate and just goes straight down. That is the perfect way to describe a splitter. It almost looks like a nasty 2-seam fastball. By pulling it, it means he's trying to get it to break more, and he pulls it into a lefty. It will not have the same effect than if he stays behind it and throws it right down the middle to fading away.
1 away, Will Smith. Chops a first pitch fastball along 3rd. Ernie Clement watches it with the English bounce foul.
Now with Will Smith, the mistake he made, don't think it's not in the back of his mind. He pitched Will Smith perfectly until that 7th inning home run where he leaked the fastball middle in. He will not. It's a mistake if you go in there. If you go in there, you have to go so far in and up just to get his attention so that you want to get him out of the way.
Because it has been nothing but fastballs, and he had his way with that pitch prior to missing that one in the 7th inning. Mentioned that he had retired 17 in a row in Game 2. It was Smith's home run that snapped that. And 1 too many and 1 poorly located fastball. Smith has not done a whole lot since. 2 out of 14 in the 3 games in Los Angeles, but get in line when it comes to struggling lately in Dave Roberts' order. Can the offense wake up before that hourglass runs out on this Dodger season? 1 ball, 1 strike. Talking to Dave Roberts about changing the lineup, he said, look, if you do nothing, then you're burying the head in the sand. If you make a wholesale change, that's panicking. So he's trying to thread that needle to nudge this offense forward to a Game 7. That's down to 4. Rojas into the lineup. Smith on 1-1. Swings and misses.
The reason I think his slider will be important, especially on the right-handers, even if it's not a pitch they swing or take for a strike, it's a pitch that goes away. See, that pitch went in, and they give him 2 different lanes to look at as a right-hander facing the right-handed batters.
Strikes out Ohtani. There goes to 2-2 on Smith. He threw 4 sliders total in Game 2, none of them after the first. And so there is a way that he could look different facing this lineup the second time. So he's pitched in a lot of these games in his life. Back in his backyard in Colorado as a kid. Kevin Gausman in his first World Series. Down the left field line, foul.
See, now that he's thrown a couple that have been down and in, and he is such a good low ball hitter. I mean, it would be awfully tempting right here to throw a slider on the outer half and see if you can get Will Smith to expand out there now that those pitches were in. Anytime you pull one foul, looking for that ball in. See what he goes with here, 2-2.
11 pitches, hasn't shown that slider yet. Here he comes. There's he sticking with the splitter. Back-to-back Ks. 2 out in the first.
Well, the best part about that pitch is he made the adjustment to the other side of the plate. The pitch in, that the slider that goes, the splitter that goes down and in, he fouls it, right? Gets out in front. Now you need to show him something on the other side, and he did. And look how far he missed it.
After the 15 strikeouts in Game 5, 2 of them to start Game 6. Freddie Freeman. Freeman struck out all 3 times. That was where it was like, wow, is this offense in a place that is unrecognizable for one of the best contact hitters of this generation. Yeah, the walk-off in Game 3 did Freeman, but overall this postseason just .237. One ball, 1 strike.
In this situation here, I wonder if he's going to try to avoid throwing splits to Freddie. If you remember the last time he faced him, he had battled the at-bat and hooked a split down the line for a 2-out double, which eventually got a run by Will Smith, a base hit. So see if he stays firm. Fastballs. Right back to the split.
And he's got it. He's working, doesn't he?
Sure does. It's coming out of his hand. Nice.
Kevin Gausman, a chance to strike out the side. That's exactly what he does. Teoscar Hernandez had a couple of infield hits in Game 5. 2 of the 3 total for the Dodgers, whose average in this World Series has dipped below the Mendoza line, below 200. No team has won a World Series with a sub-200 average since the 1962 Yankees. Gausman abused Hernandez with splitters when he faced him in Game 2. Ahead of him 0-2. Broken record saying that.
It's a total reversal. And you know what? That's what sometimes you get to sense that the other team's going to start chasing your fastball and be aggressive. So what has he done in this game? Splitter, splitter, splitter. And a good one.
Home with an 0-2. And another splitter for a 4th strikeout.
In this game, nobody on the Dodgers has the ability or willingness to move up in the box. And by moving up in the box, you're going to catch that splitter at a higher spot in the strike zone. But everyone is always used to just digging in their spot. No change in swings. And when a guy is on, you're going to see the evidence of it.
Max Muncy, 4 for 32 since the start of the championship series. One of those 4 hits, though, was a home run against Kevin Gausman. You think this could be a key guy for the Dodgers tonight?
I do. He has had success, and when you've hit 4 home runs, you just see a ball different. You have confidence when you go to the plate. The more of those that he can stay off of, the better it's going to be. And look, it's easier said than done. I mean, They've faced him a ton. So it's not like it's foreign. It's just, can you be on the fastball when it's in the zone and not miss it, and stay off of the split when it's out of the zone?
1-1 pitch. Muncy swings and misses, dances away.
And then the other thing, the last thing, when you're trying to hit that pitch and you're trying to pull it, you're done. You have to almost approach it like, I'm going to see that pitch and go the other way. And if it just happens to miss the location and goes into your barrel, you'll pull it.
19 of his 29 pitches, splitters.
And a ton of swing and misses.
Already almost as many as he had the entire start in game 2. And again, that was a good one. He went into the 7th. Except for the tough luck loss. Yamamoto on the other side. His 2-2 to Muncy. Fouled off. Drafted in 2012. Got to the majors in 2013. 13th year. 5th different team. And his first World Series. Another 2-2 to Max Muncy. And he's worked it full.
And there's the one he pulled. To make the adjustment, stay over the ball, start it in the middle of the plate, and let that splitter do its dance down instead of down and in to a lefty.
First 3-ball count of the day. Dodgers much more aggressive. And he finished him off anyway. Kike Hernandez starts this inning for the Dodgers, looking for their first base runner against Kevin Gausman. He has 5 Ks over 2 perfect innings, and he's downstairs with a first pitch slider, first one that he's thrown. Hernandez homered for the lone Dodger run in game 5. He's 4 for 19, strikeouts more than half his at-bats though.
One thing about this performance that I like so far, and he's literally approaching each inning like the 9th inning. Like, he's not getting any quick outs. He's striking everybody out. He's pitching each batter as if it might be his last. Now that's an unbelievable approach, because there's no tomorrow, right, for him. So he's not worried about pitch counts. But at some point in this game, he's going to have to get some outs other than strikeouts.
That's already his 12th swing and miss on a splitter. It's his 13th swing and miss total. He's already exceeded his total from game 2. He's home with a 1-2. John Schneider has told us he knows Kevin Gausman, the way that he tracks as it gets deeper into games, how much he has left. It's the swing and miss stuff. And I mean, we've been here this whole postseason. Yeah. It's not been anything close to this. His best form when he would pick to have it. His 2-2. Strike 3 to the outside corner. Adam Hamari gives him an inch there. With a man in scoring position. Rojas swings and misses. Rojas 0 for 2 in the World Series, 3 for 10 in this postseason. First start since the division series here. Dave Roberts making an old school decision right here, saying, I'm just playing the guy who I trust. Said he thought to himself right after game 5, Rojas. And then he texted Rojas. He said, hey, second base, you're in there for game 6. Rojas said, I got you. Said he's a great teammate. He's been a glue guy. He's had big hits for him all year. He gives him a bat to ball dimension they've been lacking. Fights this one off, and he's down 1-2.
Wow. I mean, that was almost in his belt.
Ooh. Get off me ball.
Higher than the belt and higher than his hands, fortunately for him.
Ohtani waits on deck. Rojas on this 1-2. Lays off, and the count evens up. 36 years old. And for a lot of this season, just a role player, leader behind the scenes, getting his shot. Two-two pitch. Rojas. Takes 1-3. Fastball to the knees. 7 for Gausman.
not going to pitch to Ohtani, I wouldn't think. Maybe they will. No, they're not pitching to him.
Teoscar Hernandez with a check swing along third and foul. Looked like him and Gausman were getting in there to rebound. But what does that have to feel like for Mookie Betts? Way to the world on him. Lifted there as he comes through with a 2-out, 2-run single. And the Dodgers got the game's first run, but it felt like that was a spot where they had to get more. They have their first crooked number of this fall classic.
Yeah, we showed it in the top of the open there about what the Blue Jays have done. 3 times they've scored 3 or more. The Dodgers had a 0 in that column. Well, no more. 3 spot in the 3rd inning.
Two on, 2 out. And an 0-2 pitch. Strikes him out again. He has struck Hernandez out all 5 times that he's faced him.